Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Binding of Isaac Repentance, where today we are going to do some Tainted Apollyon stuff. Because I haven't done, the game crashed immediately. Like I said, some Tainted Apollyon stuff. Yeah, there you go. Don't worry about it. It's looking well. It's looking like we got good omens ahead of us from the look of things. Don't mind that. And let's just try to get a move on. I'd like to get Mega Satan out of the way with this character as well. I don't fully recall what the unlock is, but it's probably something interesting. And if I could do that without running into the first champion that I see, that would be good, but we'd have to restart the run. This is almost worth keeping. I'm gonna see what's in the remainder of my floor, because that could be interesting. At the same time, I might want to take it now just because I ran into the first champion I saw, but we'll see what happens, I suppose. If I die, I die. It's not like the best start in the game anyway, so I'm not gonna be too bothered by it if we end up not doing this particular run, but it would be kind of nice to have. It's a nice little bit of safety. I would like to have some kind of more offensive thing, I suppose, like tier rate or something like that, because you do start off with rather low tier rate, but we'll see. Admittedly, I could also just turn it into a fly with Abyss, but I will not. I will not do that, because I think the Soul Heart is going to be more valuable in the end, because I could really use the protection. This character struggles a bit in the early game for sure if you cannot get those fly attacks in, or locust attacks if you wish to be technical about your terminology, but yeah, let's just keep going so far. There's 3 golden chests waiting for me, and I'm really hoping to get a golden key, because that would be wonderful, but I'm gonna say the odds of that are not exactly in my favor. Destroying poops is, it's a trip. It takes a while, unfortunately, so not exactly too keen on doing that. I'd like to do boss rush whenever we can, really, so I'd like to get that out of the way. I'm just gonna open one of these. I'm trusting not to get the golden key that I so desire, even though it would save me on the key count. I'm probably gonna want to have keys on the next floors as well, so maybe using that one in particular wasn't my brightest idea. You could arguably call this, the drop of this fight, an offensive strategy if I just mostly use orbitals to then attack the enemy. It's just a little scary, so I might actually end up turning that into a second attack fly. Taking Conehead. Maybe check out the Curse Room as well. Maybe I'll check out the Curse Room before turning his item into a fly, in case there's something in there that I'd like to turn into a fly instead. Anyway, slowly but surely we're making our way through this fight. It's not the quickest fight as per usual, but as long as we can make these sort of vertical attacks and not miss with the fly too much, not too bad. There's probably a secret room underneath, or next to, never mind, it's not there. I don't know where my secret room is. I guess there's a chance it could be here, and then, as such it might as well be worthwhile to try, just because there's a bomb there. But not exactly what I'm looking for here. I have 3 coins, so in that regard, I also don't have many options at the shop. There might be a Soul Heart on sale, admittedly. That's a red key. How much do I care about red key? Certainly a little bit, I'd say. It could be interesting for sure. Admittedly, the Ultra Secret Room isn't as good as it once was. Rather than giving what it used to give, it now gives red items. But fortunately, we managed to find one immediately, so that ended up working out. Let's see what kind of red item we are going to get today. It is Bloody Gust. That's a difficult one to say no to with this character, just because it's a little safer in terms of getting some tier 8, I suppose. Anyway, that was lucky. We now at least have a little something or another, so that's nice. I'll just take that. Turn that into a second attack fly with the Abyss. We have a little bit of protection. We got arguably some offense as well. It could end up working out. I'd love some more tier 8, obviously, but the fact that we now have 2 flies does at least speed things up a little if I can actually hit with them. This might just not be a boss run rush, you know? I'm a little tempted, actually, to just, maybe just take a stroll to Mega Satan, not worry about things too much. But it very much depends, I suppose, on what we're going to get out of our first Angel Room as well, whenever we get that. But this is working out pretty well. We did not get another key so far, so opening that golden chest is still on my list of things that I probably shouldn't have done. But these flies, when they do hit, they are just destroying a whole group of people as well, so there is that to consider. We do get the speed up as well whenever we take damage, so that's also kind of nice. I guess I can't actually use the red key in this room. Apparently it's not allowed. Interesting. I would have thought that at least one of these walls would have been openable, but I guess not. There's the key. Should probably go to my item room first. Now that I have that key, so I can maybe turn it into a third fly, or otherwise just get some extra offensive strategy going on here. So let's just quickly do that. Why couldn't I? Because there's a doorway right there. I'm not sure why it didn't activate just now then. That's odd. Or do I actually need to be next to the door and only open that specific door? It's not Soul of Cain, is it? Right, yeah, I now remember how items work. Very good. I mean, we're on a good roll to find the Ultra Secret rooms, at least. We got tech, so that's pretty fun. That I don't care too much about, but I'll take the fly. We can enter our shop for free without spending a key on it. It's not really that valuable, but it's there. But if we can just keep up getting every single Ultra Secret room in the first attempt, that's not too bad. It's definitely not going to happen a third time, but still, it would be nice. Admittedly, the item there wasn't too exciting, but still, it's something. I could get the coupon as well, because then it actually kind of becomes worthwhile to enter the Devil Deal. But simultaneously, it would severely decrease my odds of actually being able to go to Mega Satan, I suppose, or at least make them... Well, it makes your odds more than like they used to be before Repentance, and quite frankly, those odds were not great. So I'm just going to leave that idea alone for now. And just move on. Tech is working out a treat. Also, just a little bit of extra tier 8 is also helping out quite a lot. I'm just going to take this immediately because, quite frankly, I'm expecting to just move on. I have a decent amount of health right now because of all the tinted rocks that we found, so that's nice. There's our first golden coin. Every time you pick it up, it's going to just reappear in the room. You'll get an extra coin every time you pick it up, and eventually it goes away, but it is genuinely a very good way to make money in this game, and that's why I'm very happy that we managed to get the unlock for that, because that's like 15 coins in one chest right there. And that is just wonderful. That's a trinket. I kind of want to have that trinket as well, although I feel like our money problems have just been solved in one quick swoop, so I'm not too bothered about not having this, but still it is kind of nice. There were 2 active items in my shop. Unfortunately, I do not want the plum flute right now either, although I could just consume it, I guess, but I feel like this is still faster. But it always hurts at least a little bit to be doing this in this particular action right here. There's just something about it. I would appreciate if Lil Plum would stop doing this attack, though. Because it is not working out great. I can't believe that dodge, but sure. Maybe I'm actually starting to get good at the game. After all these years, I will take that. I will not turn that into a fly. That's too good. And let's just move on. Little bit of a slow basement, but with that extra tier 8, I'm feeling fairly confident that we can do the next floor at least reasonably quickly, because look at that tier 8 increase. That is so much better. God, that's so much better. I'm actually very happy about that. Is there anything interesting in here? Maybe. I'm a little tempted to go for like a red key door every now and then, but at the same time, I'd honestly like to get a move on it. Any attempt that I could get a boss rush would be lovely. And right now, it's looking okay. It's looking okay. It's not looking amazing at all. But it's looking reasonable, sort of. It's not really even that reasonable, if I'm being honest, but well, let's just see if it works out. I am a little curious if we can get 3 for 3, though, in the game of Ultra Secret Rooms. Unfortunately not. That's a shame. Would have been fun. It is what it is. I still don't fully understand the rules either, which is amazing that I even managed to get 2 in a row, if I'm being honest, but it's something about there only being 1 entrance and all that stuff. Probably should have re-rolled everything that was on this floor, but oh well. Look at that, that's wonderful. Tech does speed up things on occasion, and that is rather nice. Regular secret room. I'll take both actually, and destroy this one while I'm at it. Unfortunately some spiders, but that shouldn't be the end of the world, and we got our keys back as well. What a lovely day. I could use a bomb, but we do have a lot more keys right now. Probably shouldn't even have touched that really, but I mean, ended up working out. Ended up just being another part of the mom transformation, and that could end up being useful, kind of. I've never actively tried to use it, but it's certainly there every time. You could argue that I took that damage on purpose to increase my tier rate, but you'd argue wrong. No, I just didn't look for it. I'm gonna take both. Sackhead and Red Stew, that's pretty good. Don't mind that, that does speed things up even more. Look at those lasers, I'd love to keep this damage forever if I could. Unfortunately, that's the item. It doesn't allow that unless you have the famous rock bottom. But my bottom is not that famous just yet. For now, I'd rather have money. I mean, I don't really need it, but I did just buy a bunch of stuff. Okay, that's not too bad. Fortunately, the fly damage is also based on my tier damage, and we immediately get an angel room. We get Glyph of Balance, which is quite wonderful. And this should go fairly quickly with Red Stew as well. It is very nice. I guess if we can just keep this up for a while, like Red Stew is definitely going to speed up the next floor as well, I would argue, because it's still decent damage for quite some time. 10? Yeah. I do hope to find every secret room so we can just immediately rock bottom our way. Ah, there's even an item there. It would have been so nice. I mean, there's a chance we can re-roll it, and I don't really care that much about Sack of Sacks, so I'm actually just going to leave that alone for now. But it would be really nice to get rock bottom right now, but every second that passes, it is becoming less interesting. Still interesting, admittedly, but not as interesting, unfortunately. I left the 5 coins there just because I don't want to spend the key on it right now. I think Conehead just blocked the tier right there as well, so that's good. Keep up that energy. That's a golden bomb. That does make life a little bit more interesting as well. I guess one thing I could do is just eat the sack. Because I don't want it. I don't care that much. We'll blow you up, actually, for that sweet, sweet Angel Room chance. 3.4% more Angel and less Devil Deal chance. I will take that. If we could just get the full key immediately, that would be lovely. Who needs a sack of sacks when you just find all your consumables next to some mushrooms instead? As the old saying goes. Very nice. Don't care about that too much, even though it's fun. Yeah. Suddenly, getting some of my money back would actually be a little bit more interesting, but I'm still a little bit in a rush just because our big damage increase that is still very much active. Because that's just lovely. I'm just going to keep going. I'm just going to keep running. Let's see how well this works out. It might be a mistake, but I'm just a little curious if we can just run for it instead. Any pill that we find now is going to be good. I genuinely just forgot about the item room, if I'm being honest. But that's fine. We don't need it. There's probably nothing in there. We hope. And that's good enough for me. Curse of the Lost as well is not great, but it'll do. Come on. Quickly make a run to the other direction. As long as we can just remember the entire map the entire time, we're fine. Again, the challenge room could be interesting, but it's a little difficult to tell with just chests and no Guppy's Eye, unfortunately. Guppy's Eye would have been nice, but simultaneously we have a lot of health right now. So it doesn't matter too much. But still, it would have been nice. If I don't see my item room again, then I will actually backtrack for it this time, but... Because that red steel is going to run out, and then my build is significantly worse. But not just yet, friends, till the end. Shame that doesn't spawn a bunch of locusts that we can just keep forever, but I mean, that would make it ridiculously powerful. But I kind of like items that are ridiculously powerful at times. Tempted to touch it, actually. Tempted to just get it as well, actually, just because it's fun. Yeah, I'm kind of done with red key. Let's just go with this. It's a little bit of extra damage. It's a little bit of more fun. A little bit of good times. Hopefully it's going to work out. We're not going to see that many more shops anyway, so that's fine. If we get money equals power, I guess it's kind of a shame, but... We do technically have other money-making schemes. But where's my item room? I'd love to find that somewhere along the line, because... It is a pretty large floor that we're dealing with here, and quite frankly... I do not want to backtrack right now in a floor with this many big rooms, and no map. So it's just not ideal, is what I'm saying. Look, it's just all big rooms. What is happening in this floor? Oh god. Alright, never mind. There's our item room. It's so good, I guess. That's pretty good, actually. With tech especially, because that's just going to be lasers. With tears, it's a little scarier, I feel. I'm not really sure how to explain it. But it does occasionally get a little worrying. Reap creep. I mean, I'm happy with all the flies that we currently have, because that is going to make life a lot easier. God, look at this damage. Still, even with all the damage that we've lost from red stew at this stage, it's still, honestly, surprisingly effective. Still no angel room. I mean, the next floor is going to be a 100% chance, but it's... I've been trying pretty hard to get something happening there. Admittedly, I'm more or less ignoring the flies at this stage, which is a pretty usually important part of the character, but that's just because Red Stew has been carrying us for the last 3 floors, admittedly. Oh, there's the boss. That's quick. That's surprising, actually. It's there already, but sure, I'll take it. Yeah, occasionally you get these weird floor layouts where everything's just a little odd. We have a 20% chance. Hematemesis? Maybe not. Could be good, but not immediately. I'll take that. Luck up. I mean, sure. In terms of pills that we've actually seen, I'm not super excited. I am somewhat happy that we got PhD just because we didn't use Hematemesis by accident, but it's really the only reason. My damage is noticeably lowering, unfortunately, so that's not great. That champion's still alive, I think. No, that was a blue one. Ooh, planetarium. That was unlikely, but I'll take it. 20% chance. I am wondering if in the long run it is just worth to skip the first item room every single time. Because planetarium items are usually pretty fun, except if you get like Mars or something like that. Like, that's pretty good. For 1, it tells you where your secret room is. For 2, it makes your secret rooms better. Because there's a big glowing light that gives you like a damage up, I think, or tears up? Tears up, yeah. And that's honestly just really nice. It's only for the remainder of the floor, but still pretty good. And I don't have to look for my secret room. But if we find our super secret room, there's a similar, like, beam of light. And it's just really nice. But this tier 8 has become interesting. It has become rather powerful. There's a rune there. I will blow you up. Mostly because I don't have anything that requires charges. I'm going to take this as well. Blank rune. Could be good. Doesn't have to be, but it could be. I could also go into my curse room given that we're at full health, but you know, I'm all the way over here already. And quite frankly, this run has become more of a let's just run for it and see what happens kind of run. And I kind of like those vibes. I would like to find another demon beggar though, because my angel room chances... Alright. I was gonna say my angel room chances, I want them to be as high as possible because I want to get that second key piece, but then we just got it, so yeah, fair enough. That's not worth it. It's a big floor. But fortunately, we had a lot of floors that went very, very quickly. So in terms of boss rush times, we are fine. Sun card. Tech 0.5 along with tech. Jeez, okay. This is reasonable. I mean, I might actually just go for this, you know? Sure. Alright. Another solid set of runes. I mean, blank rune is always a bit of a hit or miss, I suppose. But look at the amount of lasers that we're shooting. If I could find my super secret room, that would actually be really useful. And if it's near the shop, that would just be really convenient. No, it's not over there. Because this layout makes it kind of impossible to find. Unless it's like right... No, I'm not there, obviously. But if it's like right here. Alright. That just... Everything's just working out right now. Like, even more tier 8. Like, that's just going to be really nice for the boss rush. Admittedly, this is going to take a minute, but... We do have a nice blue glow around us right now from the look of things. I'm guessing that's also caused by the planetarium item. I think it also heals you a little bit if you touch that beam of light. We just haven't seen it yet because of our full health situation. This is a pretty okay build. It's kind of weird. I usually don't get that many tech items, and lately they're showing up again, and it's nice. I'll take the damage, I guess, just because it's useful. I don't like there's a devil deal here. Might as well check it out, I suppose, but it's not exactly what I'm looking for right now. Getting that... There's a lot of items in here. After dealing enough damage, throw poop crate. That doesn't sound like something I want. Isaac's heart as well. Pop. I don't know if that... this might do stuff. I'm not sure, actually. Yeah. Certainly makes my build worse, but at the same time, I am creating a big old mess right now, and that might end up helping us out a little bit at least. Also, if we get like tier-specific things, I think the pop tiers still work for that. It just makes my range really bad, which, again, I probably should stop making my range terrible. Because I feel like it's definitely not working out in my favor at all, but I just like having fun. And I have fun in weird ways. I've never seen a boss rush with 8 items before, I don't think, though. Or at least I don't remember one. Let's just deal with this one first, I suppose. You know what? Change my mind. I'm sure that one will just brimstone everything to death. Yeah, there you go. Very nice. A little concerned about the jumpy ones, but other than that, my damage is pretty terrible. I'm pretty happy I took the negative at least. Because we do have that going for us, but I'd love to deal damage. We do have 20 flies, I guess, which I should unleash every now and then. We got 10 more the moment we kill the boss. Maybe I should use the items that I have. I also have the sun card, so we're fine in that regard. I wonder if I could have just used Abyss, actually. And just made this build significantly better that way. I don't know if it would probably just eat one item, but it would probably still be better than what I did here. Well. It's fine. We're getting our way through this boss rush. It's working out, kind of. Every time we take damage, our tier rate gets even higher. My tier rate's 7 right now, which is something else. We got tech 0.5, which is causing even more lasers to happen. We're shooting lasers in every which way as well because of those eyes that are all over us. It's just a good time. I don't mind it. It's just a little odd, but occasionally you need to go with something a little weird if you have the option. Unless you really, really want to win, I suppose, but I've already given up on that idea. I'm not sure if I just walked in creep or something. I definitely didn't see what hit me the first time there. I know what hit me the second time, but I didn't see that first hit, and that concerns me a little. Oh god. That one I could have seen coming down. Oh god, this could also be a little bit of a disaster, but fortunately he didn't do the brimstone attack. Immediately. If he did do it immediately, I think I would have died, but also fortunately Conad is helping me out when I just simply do not move. It's one of those weeks, you know? It's one of those weeks where I just sort of accept whatever happens with the run, and it is a good way for runs to die, usually. So far, it's working out surprisingly well. But maybe at some point, when I get to like the actual more difficult characters, I should take it like slightly more seriously. I don't know though, it is kind of neat to have a tier rate of 100 at the end of the day as well, so it's tricky. Like probably you could argue that keeping the red key and just looking for ultra secret rooms probably would have been the better choice. Maybe I should always be looking for my super secret rooms so I could have slightly more chance of finding angel statues, all that stuff and more. But I'm just not feeling that. I'm just not really feeling that life right now. I'm just gonna see what happens when we just do our best and see where we end up. And occasionally we'll just get something fun instead. This is mostly just ramble to finish this boss rush, because quite frankly I feel like at this rate my tier rate's so high that nothing matters anymore. And also my movement speed being maxed out because of that item right there. I would really like it if you just did the brimstone. Please? For once I want Bloat to do a brimstone attack and he just doesn't want it. Alright, well, that's my life I guess. There you go, now he's doing it. The first time in my life I actually want Bloat to do a brimstone attack, and he's just like, no. No, I'm not about that. Oh god, I took a lot of damage, but that's fine. Smart fly, I mean, sure. There's a black heart right there, so that's nice. Golden key, finally. Bunch of nothing. Could take the card. Not really too interested. Let's move on. If anything, we got a little bit of progress in this run, and that's what's important. We know where our secret room is. Ooh, my movement speed, though. When I go to the next floor, it's actually just base speed, and that is something you can feel. I took a lot of hits in that fight, and I'm facing the consequences now after reaching a new floor. But you know what? It's fine. We'll just have to learn how to walk again. That's all we need to do. It's all good. It's not too bad. It's just a little annoying. It is still surprisingly effective given that we don't have range, but yeah. Does this give you speed up as well? That would be really nice. No. Just tier 8, but that's still pretty good. Head of the Keeper? Sure. I did need more money. Oh, it makes my eyes yellow. That's fun. That's surprising, but well, not like really surprising, I suppose, but at least a little bit. It's still surprisingly damaged. I mean, I guess the locusts are probably helping out as well, but just not expecting them to deal that much damage at times, even though it is what the whole character is, I suppose. I don't know where to look for my super secret room. I kind of wish I had a blue map or something. But I do not. Maybe we could just get Dad's key and just get it over with. Maybe we'll get an angel room. We just need to get one more. We have a 22% chance, so it's not... I mean, we got a planetarium with those odds, so it's not like the worst odds we've ever had. But simultaneously, I kind of want to just go for Hush while we're at it, you know? I'm going to try a couple of these walls. I don't have a lot of bombs right now. I'm going to try this one in particular. Alright. Very cool. And, well, that solves my bomb problem, I guess, but a little late. But we did get our extra tier 8, we got an extra soul heart. It is such a good planetarium item. It is actually so powerful. Skullx, a little annoying, but not the worst. Show me the butt, and then we can move on. But the tier 8 alone is more or less carrying this, and that's just wonderful. Come on, be nice. Another devil deal. That's not good. It is not looking good for my Mega Satan chances like this, but we'll see, I suppose. Not sure. Oh, this might do stuff. Yeah, that'll make my tiers bigger. Makes them real big. Okay, so I have some options. I could just go straight for Delirium, I suppose, after Hush. It didn't work out great yesterday, but it could work today. We could just get an angel room on this floor. And that would also make my choice a little easier, because I think the unlock for... Well, it's just a little bit more interesting usually, isn't it? The unlocks for Mega Satan are usually a bit more interesting than the ones for Delirium with the Tainted characters. Although having Abyss on other characters could be funny. But I'm not really using the flies that much, am I? I'm sort of ignoring them, and occasionally if they hit something, then that's just a... more or less just a happy little accident, isn't it? So... maybe I don't care that much about Abyss, but there's only so much I can do at this stage. At the end of the day, if I don't get that key, then I can't go there. Simultaneously, we do also just need to do the lamb at some point. But I do feel like this build it could probably deal with Delirium reasonably comfortably. There's a rune on the map. Oh, I have Sackhead. Sackhead turned a rune into a sack. That's interesting. I did not actually expect it to work that way. That's actually kind of annoying, as it turns out. But fair enough. Gonna try a couple more places for a super secret room as well. Oh right, yeah, the lamp. Suppose I don't need the red hearts, but the extra tier 8 and the extra soul heart, kinda nice. If we don't get it now, I might just explore the rest of the floor just to see if we can get like a red chest somewhere. That could still work out, but we'll see. We got a 22% chance again. There we go. Nope. Okay. We got 2 minutes with really low movement speed. There's not a lot I can do here if I still want to do Hush as well. We could get Dad's key in the Hush floor. We could get a get out of jail free card as well. I'm just gonna go. I'm not really feeling it. I'm not really feeling like exploring this entire floor right now. Especially with the movement speed being what it is and the amount of time that we have available. It's just worrying me a bit. So, let's just move on. It's a little bit of a shame about Mega Satan, but we could just try for Delirium. It's just nice to get Delirium out of the way at the end of the day as well, so... it is just a kind of a shame that we're playing once again a build without range that... could have been a build with range, admittedly. But mysteriously something happened that cannot be explained. That took all my range away. Yeah. That could be interesting. Temperance. Speed up. Actually pretty good. What's this pill? Tears up. Also pretty good. I'm happy about that PhD still. I should donate to my donation machine. And then immediately get money equals power in our item room because of the chaos. We'll see what we get here. Alright. One card could be good. It's just that this doesn't do that much, but... alright, it's a little bit of defense, I suppose. Ultimately, Soul of Apollyon is kind of neat as well, so if we can get that, that'll be neat. It does look quite visually appealing, like the yellow eyes, though. I do like it a lot. Also, I guess the flies are gonna have no problem hitting Hush because he's large. Oh god. I do need to actually play a little bit, though. And it's not like I'm doing an overwhelming amount of damage right now. We still have the Sun card, so we have a decent amount of healing as well, so I'm feeling pretty good about my health situation all in all. It's just that this is going to take a minute, isn't it? There's a troll bomb there. I don't know where that came from. Where did that troll bomb come from? Trying to think. I don't think that's something Chaos does. I'm pretty sure that just changes your item pool. Did that drop a sack? I could have dropped a sack, I guess, because of the money tiers, and then opened it, and that had the death card and the troll bomb inside it. That makes sense. I'm gonna take the death card for now. Because I think that could end up being useful during sequences. There's gonna be a lot of money on this floor at the end of this. This would be a great build to have with the Keeper, for instance. Maybe even the Tainted Keeper, if you so desire, because of just the sheer amount of coins that are falling out of him right now. I guess it makes sense that coin generation would just be good on the Keeper in general, I suppose, but still, it's just kind of interesting to see an entire room fill up with coins right now. Anyway, we're just gonna hang out here for a minute. Standing seemingly in the perfect location, judging from the... Nope. I was wondering why those tears weren't hitting me, but... And then they did. I still feel like we're doing okay, though. This is a little bit of a worry, admittedly. Yeah. Only increases my tear rate. I'm not worried. I'm a little worried. But not, like, extremely so. I think I need to be, like, here-ish. Yeah. I think we're in a good place right now. I'm never sure. But either way, I'm feeling fairly confident that we're gonna beat Hush at least. If it just stops combining those attacks at least, because that is not working out in my favor. I wish we had an Ace of Hearts. We could just get so much health here right now. God. Stop this nonsense, please. Death card. Oh no. There is a sun card underneath Hush. I'd like to get it at some point. There's a lot of tears here. Some are mine. Let's see if we can beat Hush and who can spawn the most tears. Oh my god. Okay, that was way too close. That was way closer than it had any right to be. Oh, that became a real big mess at the end, but we did unlock Soul of Apollyon, so I'm not too bothered about it in the end. I might not go for Delirium. That went terrible. I'm realizing that I can't really see very well with this particular build. So it might just be a lamb run today. And ultimately that's a run we need to do with this character at some point anyway, but yeah, with the range that we currently have, I'm not feeling overly confident. Even with the Sun card, we don't have that many red heart containers. If it was like a full red heart container build, I'd probably feel more up for it, but as it stands, I'd rather just go like this. Especially since my movement speed still isn't exactly something you can brag about. But it's working out fairly okay, I'd say so far otherwise. Let's see, it's only half a soul heart. That was more for some reason. Or at least a soul heart, but fair enough, it doesn't matter. We're filling an entire room with damage. It's, for the most part, it's not too bad. It's only with the tricky tier bosses and things that it actually becomes a real issue. Though I suppose I should probably just try to get as many items to appear. If we could just go into our super secret room and find like a pair throw pill, that would be lovely actually. That was surprising. Although I guess there are multiple... I think it adds an extra secret room to the floor, right? If you have this item. There's something about that. I should have read what Luna actually does. And to be frank, that one's on me, but I didn't read. Another sun card. I guess I might as well just use it. Yeah, there is another secret room on this floor now. They're right next to each other, but it only shows one of them, but then the other one's also there, and that's just another way to get more health. I kind of just forgot about it. But that could have been a little bit of extra damage as well. I don't know what trinket I want. I'm currently holding the worst one. So maybe I should at least get rid of that one, but I don't know. I guess I could go with that. Let's see if we can get something a little better. The nice thing is about having vast sums of cash is that you can at least play this for a little bit. Also, wouldn't mind to get out of jail free card. That would actually save me a lot. Also, that trinket is probably better than what I currently have, so we're just gonna take that. The more red hearts we can drop everywhere, the better. Plus, we're dropping coins everywhere, so that is just gonna be lovely. A lot of soul hearts out of this machine, but it does help out when you spend over 60 coins in the same machine, I suppose. We are fully healed at this stage. Almost. Pretty good. Pretty safe. It's a weird build. I'm still not very confident that Pop was the right call, and I'm not sure if it ever is. They definitely did make it worse as well, because it used to be that those eyes would just stay around forever and then bounce into each other, and after a while it would just create a big mess if your tear rate was high enough, and they only stay in the air for a little bit now, so it's not as good in that regard. Well, it's not as good in the regard of that it could just occasionally destroy entire rooms instantly, and I guess that makes sense, but it's still a little bit of a shame, isn't it? Actually gonna spend 99 coins on this singular machine, are you serious? Would have thought it would have blown up by now, but you know, what are you gonna do? That was a lover's card. Alright, well. It is what it is. We can get one more half a soul heart from the other secret rooms, that's good. Might as well take the extra flies from the rotten heart, I suppose, as well. Maybe not that, though. That one might not be worth it. And is there I mean, the curse room could theoretically have Dad's key, but that is stretching it out a bit, isn't it? I can't actually reach these items. I don't know why I'm... I don't know why I bothered. Probably shouldn't be trying to go for items that I can't actually pick up. But who's to say? But yeah, I'm not really... I don't know what I'm gonna do. If we find Dad's key in the dark room, then that's good, I suppose. But I'm not exactly expecting it. We could theoretically get a delirium portal in the lamb as well, I suppose. Could use the sacrifice room as well, but that's a good way to die. We could now use the sacrifice room to then teleport to the dark room and not do Satan. If we really want to make just poor decisions. But that's up to me. There is a lot of red hearts on this floor, actually. I'm a little tempted now. Oh, no. I mean, obviously, I'm not going to use it to teleport to the dark room, but I wouldn't mind actually trying to get an item. Or maybe a teleport to the... Wait, there's angel statues in those things. Oh my god, I should actually. There's angels in them. They're sacrifice rooms. I should definitely be doing the sacrifice room strat. Oh god, I didn't even consider that for some reason. My brain really is fried right now. I guess that'll work. I can't really think of a reason not to do it as well. Because then we can just do what I wanted to do in the first place, and that's also just rather lovely. Plus I'm losing all my soul hearts anyway to Satan somehow. Oh god. It is a mess of a run today, but eventually my brain works again, and then suddenly I'm starting to make decisions that help me out. Because there's so many red hearts as well in the super secret room. Come on, you feel blessed. Very cool. Hey, goat head, nice. Get out of here. Let's just take one of those. Did we not enter that? Did I not enter that? I thought I entered that. Huh. That's interesting. Fair enough, I guess. Could be an extra half a soul heart if we didn't enter that, but I'm pretty sure I could have sworn. Did I not enter that? I guess I didn't enter that because the hearts weren't moved. That's a lot of coins. Alright, so that's a key. So that's neato. I'm deliberately not taking the super secret room hearts. I got no good reason for it, but it's certainly deliberate. I guess I might as well just do the entire floor at this stage just to see if we can get some more soul hearts that way. I wouldn't mind health. God. I haven't done that to get key pieces in so long that I genuinely just forgot about it being an option. But it certainly is an option. I did not take damage from that because of Conehead, and then again didn't take damage of that because of Conehead. I feel like those odds were definitely not in my favor, but it did happen. Also, Glyph of Balance is going to give us a bunch of soul hearts as well, maybe. Provided I don't get hit by anything. Oh, that's big, actually. I mean, it's only 2 soul hearts, admittedly, right now, but still, it's 2 extra soul hearts. That's not bad. This run is I'm all over the place right now. But I'm gonna play this for another 66 coins, I think, because it's feeling pretty good. I mean, I guess it already started when the game crashed the moment I clicked on new run, and at that point, I guess the tone was already set, but it's a little bit more of a mess than I had anticipated at the start of this, I suppose. Also not sure if this works. Ooh, that does work in between my little flies there. Admittedly, one is definitely better than the other one in my current money-making situation, but they do go zappy, and I don't have enough zaps right now, as you can tell. Oh, we actually blew it up. There you go. Alright, well, that has been a floor. It has been filled to the brim with excitement. Strange choices that I couldn't quite explain until just in time. It's just been a hoot. An absolute hoot, as this has been, and I, for one, appreciate it. Let's go get this soul heart right here. Yeah, just generally forgot about it. My tier rate is almost 10. As it should be. Ah, that's ridiculous. And we get a good loading screen. Everything's coming together. It's just wonderful. I have 2 bombs to find 2 secret rooms. And we got Curse of the Blind, so God knows what this is, but I have Chaos, so it's probably all just garbage, so not great. Yeah, my tier rate's also not as high at the start of a floor. But at least the first one died nicely. As long as we can just... I mean, I wouldn't mind taking damage, I suppose. Because then it's going to drop a bunch of soul hearts all over the place with Glyph of Balance as well, I think. I guess for that reason alone, I should probably just not touch any of these things. I don't like that that's in the middle of spikes. But it is what it is. Maybe we can find a Degas rune somewhere. That would actually be really nice. Or just a blank rune and turn that into Degas. Because I wouldn't mind not blindly picking up everything right now. Admittedly, we've already seen some of the more terrible things, like Isaac's heart and stuff like that. So it's not like it's gonna... It's unlikely to ruin things too much. But it is with Chaos, so it could just set my health to 1 if I pick up a dead cat or something like that. So it's all in all not great. Is what it is. I would like to get as many soul hearts on the floor as possible, though. I think that's not too impossible. Also, I guess I need to pick up a certain number of bombs before that actually happens, and also not spend those bombs as well. Pretty cool. I don't know how many bombs I'm going to need, but I'm going to need a couple as it turns out. We got 30 keys, so in that regard we're good. I guess if it's trying to balance out my bombs right now, it is going to take a minute. There we go. If need be, we can use the Sun card in this fight, but I'd really rather not. I'd rather just sort of smoothly sail through this, pick up some red hearts on the way back with my trinket. Maybe I'll just pick them up over here if the coins drop, I suppose, but... And these tiers do make it a little bit difficult to see. That's really the only downside of this otherwise majestic build. Plus it can be a little bit tricky to tell what I'm actually shooting at times, but the Revenge Fly is doing its best. I should probably take some damage here. Just for the sake of increasing my tier rate. No. And then I'm just gonna leave that room and never look back. I do want to get my health to full, so we primarily get soul hearts from that point. Now we're just gonna have a long walk around the floor. And try to just get so many soul hearts in there. There we go, Glyph of Balance, being just lovely. Certainly one of those items that, if you forget about it, you get very confused about your room drops. But if you can manipulate it, you can get so much good stuff out of it. That's just wonderful. I suppose if there is a dead cat on this floor and I pick it up by accident, I could just also take every devil deal at that point to see if we can get some good stuff at least. Didn't like that I got hit there because that's gonna... yeah, that's gonna make that happen. I'll leave that there for now and mostly just pick up the half hearts right now. Do gotta be a little bit careful, but most of these rooms are fairly doable with the amount of nonsense that we got going on here. I kind of wish we had shielding tiers. That would be really nice. Soul heart. 2 of those. I don't love that, but it looks like we're dealing with that one pretty quickly. We got a black sack, really? I didn't think you'd be able to get those from Sackhead, but I guess it's a sack. just a bit surprising to get a nice thing like that. Fortunately, only one brimstone attack was done by the 2 of these, so that ended up working out. A chest. Decent amount of chests, honestly, on this floor right now, so that's pretty good. We have... nearly walked into that. It's fine, it's fine. Little bit of a mess. I mean, we got 6 bombs to find 2 more secret rooms. One of them being super secret as well, which is not ideal, but... I was kind of hoping it was there. That's why I shot the bomb there. Just explaining everything, because it might not have been clear as to why I placed a bomb next to a wall. But... God. Heal me more? Nah, not like that, though. I did say previously I was going to use the half a hearts first, and I've given up on that idea. It's just too much walking. Death is a little bit annoying in these circumstances, I suppose. And he's in the corner as well. What's up with that? Trying to heal up as best I can with the tools we have available. Technically possible, as it turns out. God, we are so quick. I love when you can actually make use of taking damage to get tier 8. Because it can be so good. It just frequently isn't. Get out of here. One item, don't know what it is. If it's like Cursed Eye or something, that would actually really ruin things quite significantly, I suppose. I guess I'm just not going to take anything. That's kind of boring, but I mean, it is a very safe way of not getting things like Cursed Eye. So I might actually just play it extremely safe and just do that, because I wouldn't mind actually winning. I wouldn't mind this run actually being successful at the end of the day. Yeah. Really don't know where to look for that. Okay. Another chest as well, which we unfortunately can't do much with. It could be so good. It's not going to be a secret room item because of the chaos. That's a shame about Curse of the Blind at the end of the day. It's just, it's very disheartening in many ways. I think either of these... Alright, cool. Gonna say either of these seem fairly reasonable, but then it was that one. Sometimes my tier actually pops through this, but it might, I guess it might just be like Tech 0.5 or something like that, just going through walls because it's just so experimental. I don't know how any of this works. Let's just go. We got almost full health. We got a sun card. We're pretty much good to go here. I guess I could have turned some things into flies. I genuinely forgot that was an option. But that certainly was an option in the end of the day. I don't like this at all. He's been doing this more frequently, and I do not care for it. It is making life significantly more complicated. Do not care for the fact that he has the ability to summon friends during his own attacks. And I do not care for the fact that it's just happening so frequently now. It might not have even changed, it's just happening. It just it happens to happen to me right now, and it's very irritating in that regard. There's quite a lot of red hearts on the floor right now. There's at least one black heart on the floor as well, but I'm just leaving it there. As the red hearts will probably keep me safe for a little bit longer if need be. Both hands destroyed by whatever mess we're creating right here. It certainly is something in it. Damage-wise, we're doing slightly more than base damage, but just a lot of it. That is the whole build. Just almost base damage, but then just as much as we physically can get out of our eyes. It's just lovely. It's just a lovely time. I appreciate it a lot. We got a High Priestess card right there. Stars if we want to just restart the fight. Could be fun. Very happy that I remembered how a sacrifice room worked to actually be able to even do this fight, because I'm gonna say that was not a high point. It was not a... I was a little disappointed that we didn't get that second key piece, and then suddenly Suddenly we could. It was a magical mystery how that ended up working out. Just wonderful. Curious if we're gonna see... Alright. Summon Envy and then just use the biggest brimstone attack right through him. That seems nice. I can see why they call you Mega Satan. I'm not close enough to him, am I? Oh, no, I am. Let's just drop a whole bunch of red hearts on the floor here while waiting for this. I should be a little careful with those cards, I guess, because the Sun card might be something I want to use at a clutch moment, and then if that's just not in my hands, then that is going to be a problem, but it's probably going to be fine. Also, the Conehead has been saving my life a lot during this fight. Don't know if you noticed it, but there were definitely some tears that just hit me. And I'm kind of happy that they ended up not doing any damage. It's also kind of difficult to see, which I think I already mentioned, but it's still... I definitely got hit a lot there. Conehead is just saving my life a lot. It's just being a friend. Like, occasionally I'm dodging the things that are on screen, at least sort of reasonably, and sometimes I'm just like, you know what, I'm just gonna run straight through it and see what happens, and so far, it's surprisingly effective. So right now I wouldn't mind just being the Forgotten or something and just holding the attack button behind my little statue and calling it a day afterwards. Because as fun as this is, it's still always a little bit scary. But at the same time, it wasn't too scary, was it? Fair enough. We got the Rotten Beggar unlocked for beating Mega Satan as Apollyon. Everyone's upside down, sure. Where is he? There we go. Oh god, my game's broken today and I do not know what's up, but we did get a lot of progress as Apollyon, so all in all, I'm not gonna complain about it. We got a Rotten Beggar, which doesn't give that much good stuff, but it does give Devil Deal chance when you blow him up, so it's all in all, it's pretty good. And yeah, just a bunch of stuff done as this character, and I appreciate that. Hope y'all do too. Hope y'all enjoyed it. Next time we play, we'll be doing another run with a different character. I hope to see y'all there. Bye bye.